Hi Gypsies, this is Joy from Gypsy Girl Tarot. And the question we're going to answer today for you is, why was I born into the family that I was born into? And we're going to get a little bit of insight in that. I've got 4 piles to choose from. You'll notice that they're all green stones and they're all rings because I have a lot of jewelry. Green and pink deal with your heart chakra. Now, I didn't know why I chose green. Archangel Raphael just told me to choose green, and then it did occur to me this is all about love, this particular reading. So without further ado, let's begin. Pile 1 is emerald, pile 2 is turquoise, pile 3 is jasper, and pile 4 is peridot. Okay, Gypsies, you chose, this is pile 1, and you chose the emerald ring. And of course, as we were talking about, this is dealing with the heart chakra, love. And an emerald talks about patience with love. So this is a nice message for you as well, actually. All right. Let's answer, why were you born into the family that you were born into? And by the way, I do believe that we choose beforehand the family that we grow up with. As much as it might be painful for you to recall this birth family, just keep in mind that you learn the most in difficult situations. You learn the most in difficult situations. And you could even say that these people that perhaps were maybe the meanest to you or the toughest on you, they were your best teachers. Let that sink in. Sometimes that's a hard thing to hear, especially if they were really, really horrible to you. Anyway, let's start. 5 of Swords. And this is 7 of Swords, and it's upside down. The Hangman, upside down. And he's upside down. But anyway, there he is. Okay. This is our cross card. Let's bring these down here so that you can see them better. Okay, here we go with the cross card. Page of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Okay, I love when this happens because it happens more often than you'd think, and it's such a coincidence. There's no coincidences, okay? So you've got 7 of Swords upside down, and you've also got a 7 of Swords. Interesting, different decks. And the Moon card. And those were all right side up. All right, right now, what I'm feeling a lot of pain. I know you feel like your birth family caused you a lot of pain. I feel like you were bullied, and you were bullied, and you have been examining this in your mind for years. Okay? Boy, I feel so much sadness for you. I feel like you want to walk away and not let anybody know. You don't want to let your family know. that kind of behavior that from them, that bullying kind of behavior that made you feel so bad, and maybe it's something you don't even like to acknowledge, especially if you're a guy. It's a humiliating. This is you want to get away from this whole environment, and you don't even want to let them know because they're going to be full of questions. So I feel like you chose this family because you wanted to have this experience. You wanted to have this painful experience. You want to, you want to learn to love when you have not been shown love. This is all dealing with strength, the inner strength to be able to do this, to be able to step back and say, okay, this is what happened to me, but I can still love. I can still have children and love them. I can still have pets and treat them well and love them. Yeah. This has been difficult for you. This has been difficult. You've thought. Okay, this is the reverse card. You've felt like a victim your whole life, and in order to not feel that way, and in order to change your thinking and change your actions, you've got to reverse that thinking, okay? You've got to reverse it to move on. This feels like a very dark time for you, but you're getting messages. You're getting messages in your dreams, and pay attention to those. Your guides, you asked for this, and your guides will help you through it. But you need to ask them for help, and you need to pay attention when they give you that help. Okay, it feels like when you came out of your family, you felt like a wild animal because of being so upset and angry. And this guide right here, this dog, this civilized dog, that feels like a guide that was with you, pulling you through it. Wow. Yeah, I feel a lot of dark energy in this portion of it. Wow. All right. Passion ignited. It's a beautiful card. It is reversed. And victory and success, it's reverse. All right, so in order to get out of this mindset, like we talked about with the Hangman, in order to reverse your thinking, okay, you've got to be willing to acknowledge what happened and to forgive them and to forgive yourself, because maybe in that situation you didn't act exactly the way you wanted to act, and it is embarrassing to you. But you've got to learn to just love all of yourself, including that portion that you didn't like, including the portion that was learning. This passion is right beneath the surface, this passion to lead a really great life, but it's in reverse. So you've got to let go of that bottleneck. You've got to let go of that strict control that you have over yourself, that you've developed through this very painful time, this very painful childhood. And when you let that bottleneck go, the passion will come alive. Your life will be awesome not that there won't be pitfalls and all that. You know, I would almost suggest, if you haven't done that, to either talk to a trusted friend, and if you don't have a trusted friend, I suggest going to a therapist to talk about what's happened. This victory and success, this is in reverse, and it looks like you're on the path. You're wanting to leave, either physically leave this family, or mentally just be in a better spot. And by the way, I might mention, not that I'm trying to push anybody, but sometimes it's easier to change yourself if you are not in the direct proximity of the people that you grew up with. Sometimes that's what you need to do, is you just need to leave. And it might help too, until you feel like you're in a better place, to actually go cold turkey. You don't talk to anybody on the phone from your family, or that you feel like is still yanking your strings, until you can develop a way to handle them and deal with them, and not have this old feelings come up. And just be honest with yourself and say, hey, I can't deal with this. Just be honest. Just be honest. Because this is what you're looking for, this victory and success. This is what you want. All right. King of Cups. You know, I'm feeling with this, that this King of Cups is somebody that you're going to meet. It feels like it's a male figure, and it doesn't have to be a love interest or anything like that. It feels more like a friend. It feels like an older man friend who you can go to for good advice. So this is good. And you know, this might be somebody that you helped in a past life, who's come through to help you out now. Okay, your message from Archangel Raphael. Jesus, the divine healer. Dear Jesus, thank you for your divine healing and presence. Isn't that pretty? All right. Well, my gypsies, thank you for allowing me to read your cards. I appreciate it. And if you have any comments, you know, pro or con, I'd love to hear what you've got to say. Please put them down below, and subscribe if you'd like to see when I'm loading up a new video. And I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye. Hi Gypsies, this is Joy from Gypsy Girl Tarot, and we're answering the question, why was I born into this family? Although the first reading that I gave, I also had a lot of insight with how you're dealing with your family and so forth. So let's begin. This is another green stone, a ring. This is turquoise. This is green turquoise. That's a protection stone. I found that sort of interesting. Are you... yeah. I have a feeling that your parents, or the people that you grew up with, whether they're fellow siblings, they're very protective of you, and it's holding you back. It's not that they don't love you. This is the way they show their love. But if you allow it, it's stopping you from moving forward to stand on your own 2 feet. All right, here we go. I didn't mean to. That's without the cards. Okay, so let's see. 8 of Pentacles, and this is in reverse. 8 of Pentacles. We've got 6 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let's do our cross cards here. Four of Wands. Ace of Wands. And Ace of Cups. Two aces. Okay, let's look at this. You know, the first feeling that I'm getting, especially from looking at the Six of Wands card and the Four of Wands card, you see how this is in celebration. The people in the back are yay! Okay, so there's the Four of Wands. And the Six of Wands, you've also got people celebrating in the back. Now, that is right side up. Okay, now as far as this Eight of Pentacles goes, this is in reverse. This is all about hard work and being happy with yourself that you've done this hard work and self-satisfaction, but it's in reverse. So it feels like you've got parents or caregivers that are celebrating sort of non-events in your life. You sort of are a little perplexed. You don't really do too much, and they're already in your face saying, "Great job," and you're thinking, okay, well, I guess I don't really have to try too hard to get these kudos. They give you whatever you want, and you don't really need to earn it. You have grown up and seen fellow classmates, friends, and they seem to work a lot harder than you do, and you're getting more. You're just sort of gliding by. Especially this card right here, all I keep seeing is the expression on the guy's face that's holding up the animal. And he sort of is like, what? To me, in this reading, it's feeling like he just doesn't really understand why they're cheering him on so much. He doesn't feel like he really deserves it. So as far as this Ace of Wands, aces are about beginnings, and your guides are wanting you to start a new beginning with your actions, with your thinking, and with really trying. Okay, I feel like when you left the house and you realized how your parents or caregivers had sort of given you this skewed look at yourself, you were resentful and angry. So you are learning, you're learning to forgive them, but you're also learning to have some self-love. You don't like yourself very much, or you didn't. It was just too easy. Now, with this Queen of Pentacles, it feels like you want to help the world. You've got it in your hand. You've got the security of this chair, of the four legs that are very firmly on the ground. You've got that. And you want to help people now. It feels like you've realized that you've got a lot of financial abundance, you're secure, and now you want to help other people. And here we go with the second ace. You want to love other people, and thereby it's going to cause a lot of self-love for you. So this reading, so far it feels like it's talking about you learning how to love yourself, learning how to gain your self-respect. Okay, this is the Power card. It's in reverse. and crown chakra. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, because these Pinnacle cards deal with Earth. This deals with being grounded in the Earth. And this crown chakra, this is up here. So this is in another location. It feels like you felt powerless when you were a child because your parents did everything. You didn't feel like you had to earn anything. You didn't know your own power because you were never had to use it. Everything was taken care of. So you're in the process of reversing this card. Okay. I feel like you're reversing it because you're going to be a lion for other people. You're going to be an advocate for other people. How wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? You're turning into a powerful lion to advocate for other people. All right. Yes, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. A 10 of Pentacles. So with this grounded abundance that you have with the earth, you want to use that and give of yourself to other people. You want to give your expertise, your caring, your advocacy for other people. And that's quite wonderful. That's quite wonderful. Yeah, talk about learning to love everyone, other people. Now, this is your Archangel Raphael card, second opinion. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, guide me to the best healthcare professionals for this situation. All right. And I'm just wondering, well, take that as it may. I hope that you don't have any kind of a health. Let me focus on that. Okay, in this area here. Oh, isn't that interesting? That's where your heart is too. Okay. He's telling me it's in this area here, and I'm wondering if it deals with this reading in terms of learning to love other people, and first, your self-love. But that's why you were born into this family, to learn how to love yourself and thereby help and love other people. So, my fellow gypsies, if you would like to leave messages down below about this reading, pros or cons, I learned from all of them and I appreciate it. And please subscribe if you like this reading, and hit the notification bell. That will let you know when I'm sending out a new reading. So thank you for this wonderful reading. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day, gypsies. Bye. Hi, gypsies. This is Joy, and this is the third reading. This is a jasper ring, and jasper is a stone that, well, one of the meanings is it's good in stressful situations. It absorbs the stress, so that's good. So anyway, very nice. And what we're asking is, we are asking why you were born into the birth family you were born into. And once again, let me remind you that our birth family is something that we've chosen, and some of the lessons are pretty hard, and it's even hard to hear that you made the choice to be in that family. Sorry. Let's begin. 8 of Swords. Six of Pentacles. The Tower. That's a major arcana card. Okay, so let's see what cross cards we've got for these. The Six of Cups. Ace of Cups. And upside down, Two of Wands. All right, let me look at this. You know, I feel a lot of energy with this reading. I feel a lot of like closed off, uptight, frightened energy, afraid to move forward. So they're just, you know, staying in one spot. It looks like this appears to be telling me a story right here. The girl in the middle is really conflicted because she's looking at these 3 women that seem to be telling her one thing, and then she's looking at this tall adult over to the other side, and it looks like she's really wanting to do what he wants, but she's looking at the 3 women that are telling her, ah! So she's really, really conflicted. So she's just staying there, not knowing what to do. She's afraid. And then this is very telling. This Six of Cups, one of the meanings that I'm getting with this is in your past, you learned that it was safer not to do anything. Most of the time you could just sort of swallow up into the wall and nobody would notice you. And I'm getting a feeling that you did not have a real stable environment, whether that meant that you maybe were in a military family and you moved around a lot, or you just moved around a lot because of your father or mother's jobs. But it felt like you had to get used to a lot of different environments. And what you found was that the kids that were the most vocal were the ones that got teased and bullied. So you sort of stayed back. I'm getting that really strongly. You stayed back, and you're just not going to say anything, and you got really, really good at that. This Six of Pentacles, look how carefully he's holding that money. He's got somebody begging him for money, and he knows exactly how much money he's got. He's got it perfectly balanced. And you'll notice that the guy, the one in the chair, is looking at the money. He's not looking at the beggar. He's looking at the money. The money is more important to him. And this all seems to be in keeping of being a very, very careful steward of yourself, of your money, of your whole life. Now, this Ace of Cups is coming along as a breath of fresh air. And it seems to actually, it feels like, to me, it feels like it's just totally wiping away this carefulness of this Six of Pentacles. It's wiping it away. It's throwing water on it, and it's wiping it away. See, this Ace of Cups is just throwing water everywhere, willy-nilly. So look how different it is compared to this very strict, rigid Six of Pentacles. So your guides are wanting you to be freer, not just with your money, with your time, with your knowledge. They want you to give, because you're not going to lose anything if you give. It's going to come back in more Yeah, this feels like it's self-love as well. And I'm not even really sure if you realize what your upbringing has done to your self-concept. Not that you can't change it, but I don't think you realize exactly what it has done in terms of the choices that you make. Of course, you've got the Tower card here. So you've stayed back and been safe pretty much your whole life. Something's going to be shaken up beyond your control, and I'm telling you, you're no longer going to feel like you've got everything under control. Look how perfectly he's between those wands. He's got the world in his hands. Look how perfectly that is. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not going to be for. You've got something happening that is going to be quick and fast, and you're just going to be astounded. But the Tower card is not a bad card. All of us need to have our lives shaken up once in a while because we get so rigid in our beliefs, we don't go forward. And this really sounds like what your childhood, what you've dealt with in your childhood. I keep feeling like I'm seeing a childhood scene where you witnessed a child being ridiculed because they were expressing their beliefs, and they had several kids around them just teasing them, and they were crying, and you promised yourself you would not ever do this ever again. You would not be honest with people and tell them what you really felt. So you are used to working in the shadows. When you want something done, you work from back there. People don't even realize that you're the one that's pulling the strings, and that's what you like. And they're telling you no. You've got a Tower moment coming. You've got a Tower moment coming. This feels like self-love as well. This is what they're wanting you to learn. They put you in this tough situation where you learned something for self-preservation, but then you're having to unlearn it to be able to really love yourself. Because I'll tell you, this is not a happy situation for you to not feel like you can be yourself and be open. Okay. All right, let's look under the periphery cards. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's just trapped in fear. Trapped in fear. So, yeah, the reason for a lot of your decisions is this fearfulness, this fear of being ridiculed. You're afraid of surprises. Yeah. Prosperity begins. It feels like, especially since this is over in this area here, it feels like after this Tower moment, after you deal with that, your life is going to feel more abundant. Because I'll tell you, I think you will be able to handle this. Don't run away from it. Just look it square in the eye, and you can figure out what needs to be done. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, isn't that interesting? This is sort of the overreaching card. Look how closely both these individuals are holding that money, those pentacles. Look at that. So, yeah, this is the overreaching, governing part of your life, is this carefulness of this knowing exactly how much you have in your life, how much money you have. Everything to you is a business type decision where it's a transaction. So I can't just give you something, you've got to give me something back. That's not a happy place to be in. That's not. Yeah. So this is learning self-love. This is why you're here. Okay. This is okay, this is from Archangel Raphael, and it's on recovery. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for holding my hand throughout my recovery upon the path of radiant health. Isn't that pretty? Pretty unicorn. This almost feels like it's somebody that you know that's recovering. It's a child. It feels like it could be a child. And if you're there holding their hand, that's enough. Just your time, your time freely given. So for you, this reading is about you getting out of your shell and being willing to be judged and ridiculed, and be willing to stand up and say, well, you know what? Too bad, that's what I believe. That's what this is about. This is about living a full life and helping people. And not having it just be a transactional type of thing to help somebody. So, I'm going to leave that there. And thank you for allowing me to do this reading for you. I really appreciate it. If you have any messages down, please leave them down below. Any comments. If you would like to subscribe or get notifications, hit the bell and then the notification button. I don't know what that is. I can't remember. Anyway, thank you so much, and I appreciated the reading. And you have a great day. Bye, Gypsies. Hi, Gypsies. This is Joy. This is the 4th reading, and the reading is about why were you born into the family you were born into. This particular reading is, you chose the peridot ring, and peridot, one of the meanings is compassion, so I thought that was interesting. And then also green deals with the heart chakra along with pink, and that's part of the reason that I'm wearing pink as well. I like pink anyway, but it's for the heart chakra. It's such a nice, especially this one is such a nice sweet color, a lighter kind of green. So let's get started. We have Page of Wands, 10 of Wands. Oh, let's bring them down a little bit. 7 of Pentacles. Alright, these are the cross cards. The Chariot. And this is in reverse. This is a major arcana card. 10 of Wands. Oh my God, this is the second time in this series of readings that I have 2 of the same cards, and it was in the same position too, I believe. It was the middle position. Wow, that's strong meaning then, you know, they're repeating it. Alright, and then the 10 of Pentacles. So you've got 3 10s there. Alright. You know, what I see here in the majority of these cards is a lot of movement. I want you to notice, of course, this Page of Wands. Look at how he's rushing. Look at that. And then you've got, of course, these 10 of Wands. This one it looks like they might be indecisive, but they've got the fire going. And then of course you've got this Ten of Wands, and he's moving forward. And then the Seven of Pentacles. She's offering him the pentacle, and he's thinking about where to put it on his creation. It feels, this energy feels very single-minded. It feels like, okay, this is my direction, I'm going. And especially this guy here, look at that. It looks like he's got an idea of where he wants to go. Of course, he's a page, so this is sort of new for him. But, and I see that same single-minded energy here and here, especially with this guy here. He's not even looking forward. He's just barreling ahead. And then this guy here is concentrating on the pinnacle, trying to figure out where to put what she's giving him in his creation. Now, this could very well signify his subconscious, and he's in the middle of creating. So it's really himself giving himself the pinnacle. So and then I'm seeing this card here, which is in reverse, this Chariot card. And this Chariot card, you'll notice, he does not have reins on those two figures, and they're not moving. But he is moving forward. He's moving forward with his mind. And these other cards are talking about, you know, movement, physical movement, going forward. So I feel like, you know, this Chariot in reverse, it's talking about how it would behoove you to move forward with your mind first, to think about what you want first, and then go forward. These other cards just appear to be like, let's go, I don't care, there's my goal, bam, I'm gone. And so it's telling you to calm down, maybe even meditate, yoga. It feels like you're a very impetuous kind of person, and it feels to me like you've since childhood you've felt very constrained, very restrained, and you're almost afraid that if you don't go forward and start to move, that your momentum will be lost. And that's why you're doing this. You're thinking about, here's your other 10 card. You had those two 10 wands and then your 10 of pentacles. So it feels like you've got in your mind that your goal is riches. You want to be able to pass down the riches to your family, and you don't want a moment lost. I feel like you probably came from I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing that you didn't have a lot, and you feel like the moment is going to be lost if you don't go forward right now. You're glad about how you grew up because you learned the meaning of a dollar and what things really are worth, and it's making you try harder, and you know that it's making you try harder, and you appreciate that. But they're reminding me to tell you though that yes, that's true. When you grow up in a household like that where you don't have a lot, and you realize the only way to go forward is for you to do it, not wait for a hand up. That goes for money that you can make, but it can also go with helping people. I'm reminding you of that, or they're asking me to remind you of that. You want to be able to help people with these same kind of skill sets that you're learning, or that you've learned. Solar plexus chakra, that is an upside down card. And you've also got victory and success, and that is upside down. Okay, so the solar plexus is in this area here, and it governs, your intuition and your feelings, but it's upside down. So they're telling me you're not paying attention to your feelings. You're just wanting action, quick action, bum, 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 bum. One way to get this to reverse and to have your solar plexus chakra opened up would be, you could do yoga. You could wear yoga, or wear yellow. You could wear stones that are yellow, like amber or citrine. Yeah, and that governs your intuition too. So that's something you want to take care of. As far as victory and success being in reverse, it feels like they're telling me that you've really got to plot your decisions before you barrel forward. They're not telling you to stop, because they don't want you to stop, but you're being very impetuous the way you're doing this, and you're having to undo a lot of the things that you just barrel in and start doing. So it would behoove you to pause before you start. Okay. Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. Ace of Cups. So, yeah, it feels like there's not a lot of room right now in your life for this overflowing love. It feels like you're more concerned about moving ahead as quick as you can and ahead of everybody you can for your goals. But this is the overarching reminder. Love. Okay? Love. This is your message from Archangel Raphael. Exercise is key. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating me. Oh, excuse me. And guiding me to an exercise program that fits my schedule, interests, and budget. So that might be a way to calm you down too, is for you to exercise. Yeah. You grew up in the family that you did to learn the importance of action. I mean, I just had another reading before this where the person was afraid to do any kind of action. You're just the opposite. You're like barreling ahead. So you have learned action in this lifetime, but they want you to channel it, and this is about channeling physical action. This is being able to channel it if it's upside or right side up. All right. Well, Gypsies, I enjoyed giving you the reading. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity. And please hit the subscribe button if you like the reading. And I'd love to hear your comments down below. And I hope you have a great day, Gypsies.